Welcome to the Jebediah Mechadiah channel, and today I'm going to be hopefully demonstrating how to, I have a two multi-stage probe in orbit that I'm going to send to Duna, and show you how to set up an antenna array, hopefully with one ship. Now this is a mining ship that I've set up, but I thought it might be fun to watch the launch and transfer of it, so let's go ahead and send this guy up. All right. Parallax continues out on CCAN, so if you haven't downloaded that yet, you should, because it looks like this. All right. What you want to do here is wait till you get close to the apoapsis and go ahead and burn. Once you get used to it, it's almost as easy to burn manually than it is to create the maneuver nodes. If you watch your apoapsis time down here, you can adjust If you can keep it as close to 0 as you can, you're doing pretty good. 5 seconds of fuel left. Ooh. rest of these guys. Yeah, she ain't pretty, but she should do the job of drilling and, oh. Well, I forgot my radiators, but that's okay because I can just send a supply ship. You can spend a long time colonizing these systems. I use this thing over here to get around because it's much easier. Although it doesn't always do the best maneuver. Sometimes you have to adjust it, but this should be fine for what we need. Alright, yeah, that'll do. $324, $336, okay. Just want to go send this one first, and we'll send another one next. I go a little bit past it, but I've seen people do it differently, as this should do. I already have some antennas set up in Duna's orbit, so, but I need some more. So I need one on Ike because I'm going to use that as a platform to go to the next planets. If you're using an extra planetary launch pads or not so simple construction, this is how I do it anyway. You don't even really have to play career. You can just play this, and it's pretty challenging in itself. Although it's more challenging when you play it in career. So whatever you like. This is going to basically be a small orbital assist into the orbit of Duna, orbit of Ike. I'm gonna have Duna help us. Okay. Alright, so got it's one of the easiest ones to do on Duna for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe because it's closer. Ike is closer to Duna than. Wow. There's one. Okay. 30-second burn, that's not bad. I'll go ahead and switch the probe station, the satellite antenna station, whatever you want to call it. It's basically got a station on top and a couple small probes on the side to act as antenna in the orbit of Ike and Duna. So that's my idea. Let's see if it works. The Parallax Continued freaking mod is so beautiful. It's got a couple little guys on here. Couple little probes with some little 2.5 remote guidance units and hibernate for the system. So, and then I have antenna, obviously on the mothership, let's call it. I like to get rid of all the other icons, but that's just me. The nice thing about Kerbal is there's thousands of different ways to play it, and none of them are wrong. Unless you just don't play. That's the only wrong way to play is just not playing. In my opinion, way more people should be playing this instead of murdering each other online. But I play War Thunder, so I can't say much. And if you're new to playing KSP, learn to use X and Z instead of Shift and Control for your throttle, because if you don't, you're going to have lots of trouble. Okay, so there we go. Have a similar orbit to our drill, so let's see where we're going to land here. We're a little closer. Ooh. So if you just play with it like this, so you can get it to do just about anything you want. Let's see, encounter. Oops. There we go. I can live with that. Let's see, this is for some reason, well, not for some reason, it's fairly closer. It's quite a bit closer, actually. So now, I'm going to set our alarms. I just switch back to the other one. This is basically running two missions at once. I was only going to do the one, but I decided to do this too. Okay. that's what Alright. This is a pretty heavily modded game. I think the drill is a Curtian Dynamics or possibly Litho Break mod, but you can pretty much get the same thing by the stock ones, just not compact and in kind of one unit. So it's one of my must-haves. There's one must-have that I've stopped using because it seems to mess with my my game, and that's Space Y. It doesn't like to download on CCAN for me, or not the right way. It always comes up with those little purple things, the purple units. So I do miss a bunch of the engines, especially the RCS engines that allow me to do pretty neat retro thruster maneuvers on lower gravity things, just like Ike, but that's okay. Alright, so you want to zoom in to this one so you can see when your solid line hits it, when your orbital line. You can probably go to about 15 seconds because it's around 30. It's roughly half usually for slowing down, although that's not always the rule. Okay. Well, not exactly what I planned for, but this is fine. Alrighty. If you're running multi-missions, you're going to want to use that alarm, which if you're playing KSP and only running one at a time, you're going to be playing for a long time. Or it's going to take you a long time to do anything. I think I have around 2,500 hours on here. And that's running multiple missions usually, most of the time. Once I got used to the game, anyway. So here, let's see. I am not going to set my orbit here because I want to release my little probe and then continue to the orbit of Duna because I have another one for that. Let me go just a little past, see if I can hit that a little closer than last time. If you're wanting to use calculus to play this game, this is not the channel for you. This is not the channel to learn from because I do not do that. I play by sight and instrument. That's pretty much the way I play, so have to burn just a little bit. Okay. Well, just keep playing with it until you get it where you want it. And that is not where I want it. I can live with that. Okey doke. So I still have 11 days to the other one, so that one's fine. I'm going to do a landing on that. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way to 0 here. X and Z, baby. X and Z. Alright. I'm going to release the other one in the... Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this guy and see what I'm working with here. Okay, so I have this on hibernate. You want to go ahead and make sure that you take that off hibernate if you have it on there, because you will not like the you'll be screwed basically. Okay. All right, we should be ready. Hopefully I did. Hopefully I remembered everything. I have my antenna. I have my. Let's see. I'm going through the engineer checklist in my head. I have my antenna. I have RCS to retros to take me off. Got power. Right. Yes, I have batteries. All right. Oops. I almost had this thing upside down. Alright, so now we have if I can get it to keep a signal, I'm going to I better set this guy up with another maneuver. There we go. Okay. Well, we're going to see if we'll pass that thing. If not, then, you know. Alright, let's see about landing our drill ship now. I almost forgot. I haven't burned in 7 minutes with this guy. I want to burn before I lose a signal here. Oh, 16. Should be bouncing a signal off that relay. Okay. Well, I'm looking pretty good. I actually want to widen up my just a bit. See if I keep a signal. I think I should. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Okie doke, there's one antenna. And our next craft. Alright. Okay. Roll that over there so I can get it. Let's see. Going this way. Oh, we got plenty of fuel here. We'll do a fun mining. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing basically is swinging around and getting low, but I'm going to be coming in very fast, which is fine because I have plenty of thrust to slow me down. So you want to get as close to that as possible. Yeah, 18 kilometers is my periapsis, parapsis. Okay. I am now going to manually burn. Hello. Hi, puppy. Hi, babies. The dog is here next to me. Nova, the unofficial official mascot of Jebediah Mechadiah. I'll inlay a picture right around here. Alright. Alright, 3 minutes. Need to swing around. That's wild though. It just looks like it's falling off a cliff on the other side. This looks like a decent place to land. I didn't send a surface scanner, but that's because I know Ike is pretty full of ore. Alright. You can watch from here. And if you're using Engineer Redux, you'll have the little bullseye thingy there. And we're good. Now, let's go ahead and get rid of that guy. Let's see, where's downrange? Looks like I'm gonna be kind of want to land right here. It's pretty flat up here. So let's get close to almost zero. It should be. Yeah. And now, as you can see, I basically have way too much fuel, so what I'm going to try to do is drop this thing low enough that I can save it for something different. But if it doesn't, if I can't, then I can't. Always have a backup in mind for KSP, a backup plan for, uses for missions and different crafts and things, because you make mistakes, it just happens. Once you get low enough, you'll start to be able to see a little bullseye on the ground. That'll really help. And now that I have parallax continued on, now I'm going to have to watch these boulders because they're actually interactable, meaning that it can knock my ship over. Which is cool and not cool all at the same time. It's awesome that it is, and not cool if it knocks my ship over. You know, you burn off some speed like this, or especially if you have this much fuel to burn. There she is. Looks like a good, great impact site. Okay, 2,000 meters off the ground. You're getting close. At some point here, you're going to want to Z it and just give it full throttle to slow down. I'm going to get close to the ground. Alright, just keep toward that surface speed. It's something constant, steady, as steady as you can get it. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to drop this fuel tank nice and slow so I can use it later. I'm going to burn off the rest of that speed here. Okay, like this. All right. So I got my monopropellant engine here, and that's going to let me land nice and slow. Looking good. I'm going to be close there. There you go. And oh, isn't it beautiful? Parallax continued. That should still have some fuel in it. I busted off the engine, but the fuel is still there. Okay. Let's put the ground tether on. I cannot use this because, well, yes, I have to send a mission for to refuel or to put radiators on. I'm gonna write that down. And but that wasn't. I'll do another video for that and show how you can you want to attach your things how you can use your engineer to fix a problem like this. So it's a perfect opportunity for a video on how to save a mission like this. So here we go. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So, well, and now let's go to our, I almost forgot, let's go to our last part of our antenna mission here. We want to make sure we have plenty of signal for anything we send to Duna. So this is why let's see what we got here. Okay. So yeah, you want to be looking down here because this is going to be your closest thing. If you get that close, you're going to be, well, you're going to hit something. It looks like, yeah. So that's why I'm pulling this up just a bit. And I mean, this is 0.01. So if you want, if you need to, bring this way down. All right. I'm going to let it get all the way to 0 and past. Oops. Well. The reason I'm doing that is because I want one that's, you know, basically not the same as that. I need something that keeps a signal whenever I go into that orbit, so. There you go. There is a gravity assisted swing into Duna, so it slows you down just a bit. Okay. Stop my spin here without speeding up time. All right. And so I'm still gonna have a ship here that's plenty capable of doing things, and it's also so this is basically the start of a station too. So you have a multi mission thing here, and it's not too hard to set up. Go ahead and switch to this. He is hibernating, or he was. Turn on all your power. Oops. Yes. I have 28 seconds. Hmm. Hmm. All right. So now we're just adjusting our small little antenna here. Hopefully it keeps a signal, because it should. I have enough antenna in Duna's system that it should keep a signal most of the time. And if this little guy keeps a signal, we should be good. I'm going to go ahead and just burn right there in case I lose a signal. If you're in danger of losing a signal, like right there, you should just go ahead and burn, because it'll be close. It'll be close enough on your maneuver that it's not going to matter, as long as you're not trying to do anything too precise. One thing with KSP, it needs to be accurate, but it doesn't have to be exactly precise all the time. The reason you want to do this is because you don't want to send a probe here, an unmanned probe, and get all the way here and then lose a signal. It really sucks. I've done it before. So now that I have that, I should be pretty good. and I still have my antenna station out here, the ship, to do whatever I want around Duna, and it has a decent amount of fuel in it. So I still have 30 seconds of fuel here. I have 459 thrust to weight, which is really good, so I can move this pretty much anywhere I want. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. So thanks for watching. You should like and subscribe to Jebediah Mechadiah page if you like this content, and I'll see you next time for the Radiator mission. See ya.